Good evening, everybody. Welcome to League of Extraordinary Inventors. I'm your host, Mike from Faraday Research. It is Friday night, December 27th, 2024. Welcome to the show. We got our inventors here on our panel tonight, our regular panel. We got Philip, we got Nathan, we got Ben, and we have Lulu. Welcome to the show, everybody. I hope everybody had a great Christmas, and we're headed up to the new year. So it'll be year of the hole.
Year of the hole.
Right. We had a lot of fun last week, eh, Nathan? Some of the shows.
We did.
Oh, they were a blast. Be sure, everybody, to check out Nathan's YouTube channel as well. Old Man Builds, and then you got Benefactor TV, and Philip. You also have your YouTube channel. Have you posted anything lately on your channel?
Me, no. No, actually, I posted. Not lately. The last thing I posted was, I don't remember, but no experiments lately. But I've got like some interesting fact that I wanted to share.
Yeah, please. Yeah, because I heard about it too. You sent the email out. And yeah, go on with that. Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, so I wanted to just one sec. Give me 1 second here.
You want to do share screen?
Yeah, I just want to. That's the link. My computer is kind of slow when I'm not at home because I'm using a Mac, and it's an old Mac, 2015 Mac, and it's kind of slow.
Yeah.
But it takes some time. I already got it. So I'm going to share the screen. Just put So can you see the screen of the YouTube screen?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna play. What's the maximum time we can play YouTube videos? It's like 30 seconds. Is that it?
Yeah. Or if you stop and talk for a minute and then go back again, kind of thing.
Okay. So I'll just play the beginning, not the full video, but I'm just gonna show it off to you before.
Of cosmology conceives of a universe which is made up of 68% dark energy, a mysterious substance for which we know next to nothing about. We've lived with this idea for decades now, but new work suggests that this entire idea could be wrong, that there is no dark energy. It's all just an illusion created in part by subtle time dilation effects in general relativity. This alternative theory is called timescapes, and now a new analysis suggests that it could actually explain observations of the local universe better than dark.
So So there you go. I suggested that the same idea like 15 years ago that there's no dark energy, that it's just an effect of time dilation, and now there's a paper, doing exactly the same thing, and but they have the Einstein field equations in it, so it's more official than so they can basically legally publish a paper because they got the Einstein field equation in it, and I'll try to show that to you.
I think they probably still have to make reference to him. They can use it, but they have to make reference to him.
Yeah. But
So does that
actually,
mean that? Does that mean that everything's in a huge time dilation field, and that's what we're seeing out there?
yeah, exactly. Look at that. There's a little example here.
Exciting to follow. After all, if dark energy isn't real, the fate of the universe will be radically different. I think sometimes the public gets the false impression that scientists proclaim ideas and never challenge them, but nothing could be further from the truth, as Timescapes here shows. We are always challenging our own ideas, seeking the next crack to pry open, and that's
So yeah, that's basically the idea. It's a time dilation, but that's exactly what I proposed 15 years ago. I just don't have the skills to write the Einstein field equations. I'll stop sharing. Okay, so it stopped sharing. So I'm gonna share the screen now. Present, share screen. So 15 years ago, I went to present my theory, and in some conference. I forgot the name of the doctor who organized that conference. Yeah, so it's Breakthrough Energy Technologies presented at SPE-SIF 2012. And actually, if we look at the PDF, God. And there's a verification that I'm not a robot here. Alright, got the PDF. Okay, so I'm gonna share the screen again.
Seems like a lot of old ideas are getting rehashed again.
Yeah. Okay, it's this time. So there was the paper that I wrote in 2012. It was really very early, in the early stages of my theory. But this is the when you go to a show, they'll publish your paper. If you were accepted in the show, then they'll publish your paper. And now my paper got published, and right here I talk about it. Dark energy in the center of the universe. Dark energy is yet another form of energy that was introduced but remains undetected in laboratories. It is supposed to be responsible for the expansion of the universe by propelling galaxies away from each other. The problem is that in order to do so, the amount of energy theoretically required would be unimaginable. The Hubble's law represents the rate of the expansion of the universe with the speed of the distant galaxies as seen from the Milky Way, with V equals Hubble's constant times distance. So that's going to give the speed of the expansion. And right here, I say, on the other hand, finite theory applied on the scale of the universe proved that there is no need for such energy. Indeed, if we can consider the universe to be the result of the Big Bang, then all galaxies must have a certain momentum. So if we try to represent the speed of the observed galaxies using finite theory where h is null, because the environment must not be encompassed by anything else, then we will have the following right here. So basically, that's what I'm saying. There's no need for dark energy because of time dilation, time contraction effects. Because I think I said it at some point. If you have a boat, if you have a boat, if you're riding a boat in a lake, and you have a friend in front of you that has a boat, and a friend behind you that has a boat, and your friend ahead of you, his boat goes 2 times faster than yours. The boat behind you goes half time quite as slower as yours. And you're gonna see the distance. You're gonna see the distance increasing between the boats. So relative to you, you're gonna see the distance increasing between the guy behind you and ahead of you. So it's the same thing with galaxies that travel in the universe because of the time dilation, time contraction. So yeah, so I that's what I explained in my paper like 15 years ago, and now people are just they just discourage you and then they plagiarize what the hell you did. So, but in a professional way. So that's the way it goes. So it's a warning to all of you to protect your backs, and that's the way it is, really. So always protect your back, man.
Yeah, that's been going on a lot. I think even more so now. But I'm finding some of the old theories popping up again.
Yeah. So yeah. So it's something similar happened with the MHD vortex. I'm not going to go in details, but it's a common pattern. People want to. They'll do whatever they can to embrace and extend what you did. So that's the way it is. That's how it is. So heads up to everybody, man. It's not.
Yep. Yeah, if you're working on something and you're trying to get somewhere with it, monetize it or whatever, sometimes you have to hold back and not give out too much information because people might take that and stuff it in their back pocket and try to pull it up later saying it was theirs. And it's going on all the time.
Yeah.
Especially in art.
Is it because we don't have a unified global metrics and measurement department, but globally? We have one in the United States, but we don't have one where it's recognized everywhere, not just
But the only way to protect yourself is to get published, and not everybody can publish if you don't have especially if you don't have a PhD in physics, then it's almost impossible to publish. It was possible before, but these days it's impossible. So so they kind of it's kind of a cartel, you know. I go back to that. That's what it is, man. It's a cartel. They steal your ideas and they call you a crank, and then they just embrace and extend what you did.
So your publication in 2012, where is this at? Like, who sees it? Like, is it filed somewhere where it's?
Yeah, it's in Science Direct. I just remember the name of the doctor that organized the event. It's Dr. Vallone from Dr. Vallone's from
Yeah, Tom Vallone. Yeah.
he's seeking new ways, new propulsions, or new energies and things like that. So
Okay, you're published, right?
Tom
You are.
Vallone.
yeah, I'm published. The idea is published, so they cannot plagiarize me, you know.
Yeah, Tom Vallone, he worked at the U.S. Patent Office, and he became a whistleblower because he was saying you're seeing all these over Unity and free energy devices all get shoved away.
Oh yeah.
And finally, he just had enough of it. He blew the whistle on it, and they fired him. That was going back in late 80s, and
Oh yeah.
he's been blowing the whistle since. So.
I didn't know that. But yeah, I know him since 2012, and you know, so I know his email address. He knows me, so when I talk to him, you know, we respect each other. So, but yeah, he has great connections too. So maybe you should talk to him with your device also.
Who, Tom Vallone?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still too early. I want to get a couple of good prototypes out and testing.
Yeah.
Since I get that done, then you know I might be able to do something with it. I have to discuss it with my partner anyway. So before we do anything like that, so
Yeah. So
Tivon's on tonight. Hey, Tivon. Hope you had a good Christmas. He is a friend of mine. He runs a company out in Morocco.
Morocco.
The FTW project. He does all the RF blocking devices. Makes medallions, and he makes cell phone protectors, so you're not getting all the bad RF to your body.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has some pretty cool stuff. I have some of his stuff. He has this little medallions about this big, and you just set it beside your bed at nighttime, or you can actually put it under your pillow, and it protects your body from all these parasitic RF frequencies. Yeah,
Yeah.
some pretty cool stuff.
Well, yeah, my ex-girlfriend was from Morocco. Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
So
man,
I have something to share if you guys want to see it.
Yeah, sure. Pop it up. Actually, I need you guys' help tonight. I've been doing some ChatGPT and trying to come up with a name for my power cell technology. And I just want to spin a couple of names off to you guys and see what you think.
So you can use ChatGPT to find names too.
Yeah. That's what I did. I've been working on that, trying to come up with a name.
So just so you guys know, I was having fun with people this weekend on Christmas. I did this, and I kind of got an unexpected surprise here. It's when I hook both of them up a little bit.
That light bulb using that potato and that orange. So there's one.
So that right there.
Just in proximity to each other, they turn on.
Did you get 50 million views on that?
So I didn't get hardly any views on that, but it was just funny because I was trying to just mess with people, and I ended up messing with myself because here I am plugged into a potato, and the other one's plugged into an orange, yet the juices in them still produce the energy that turns each one on at a distance. So it's like the craziest thing in the world. Like, how is that possible? It was just, it's funny the way it works. Let's just play the rest.
Just in proximity to each other, they turn on. Oh, that is so cool.
Look how much energy the potato
Power.
has.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
It's more
That's
conductive.
awesome. I'm going to light up that.
So I have another one for you. Hold on. Now I'm really going to mess with people's brains, right?
Flux capacitor.
That all holds capacitance, so that was what the funny part was. Yeah.
That's amazing. My potato is lighting up the light bulb. That is just
Oh, yeah.
cool.
So the potato is like a capacitor and it energizes the light bulb.
Well, like I said, I wanted to mess with people, so I put a screw in my table, right?
Oh,
And then I hooked the screw to my Tesla coil, and I just
I
set
knew
my
it.
potato on it.
I knew it.
So
You can't light up a light bulb with a freaking potato.
I was thinking, did he alter some field to match the potatoes frequency?
No, you cannot. You cannot power a light with a freaking potato or a lemon, or both at the same time.
oh man, you know what though? I just wanted to mess with people a little bit. It was Christmas.
That's why I asked you, did you get 100 million views on that? Because they'd like to put disinfo like that in the spotlight, because it's totally wrong. You can't do that. It might put out 0.4 volts. You might even get 0.5 volts out of it. Maybe if you did that with a jewel thief circuit, you might be able to get one little tiny LED bulb to go. But that's about as far as you're getting with the potato.
Yeah, it's clickbait. Like
So-
Mark says.
If you stick it with like a zinc rod and a copper rod and two wires, you can connect it to a small light bulb will light up. I know that. But you don't have anything attached, like, supposedly an image to it. So
Yeah.
So what happens when I start stringing the potatoes together? You see, it'll go through every single potato that I hook into it in a line, and it'll still light up a light bulb on the other end.
That's right. It's
I
like,
should do that, like make a potato necklace and light it up.
perfect.
So I ordered some sleeves for my light bulbs. So they're colored different colors. So I'm printing out little brackets that go on my garage door. So when I do my show, I'll paint my garage door black. I'm going to put on the different color light bulbs. So as soon as my Tesla coil goes on in the vicinity, all of them will light up in different colors.
Cool.
It'll look like a wall of lightsabers.
that's cool. That's cool.
Potato nightlight.
You gotta have fun with people once in a while. I just want to see what they have to say. You know what I mean?
You fooled me on that one. You really
Yeah,
did.
you got me there, man.
I was like, potato power. Oh my god.
Yeah, you
This
got
goes
me there,
beyond
man. I
potato
was
power.
like, what?
Oh, people called me out on it right away.
Yeah.
Say, where's your Tesla coil, Nathan? We know better.
Yeah.
It reminds me of Jeremiah's the levitating coil at some point. I know there was something under the table.
Oh man. Magnet vortex sphere video. I don't remember which one that was.
I thought you were wirelessly transmitting that energy to the potato.
Put a little antenna on the.
You know, I probably could. Let me. I'll put a receiver coil on it. So
Yeah, just put a little coil with an antenna attached to it. Stick it right in the potato.
I gotta put a face on it, make it a little potato guy,
Yeah.
and then light it up.
Yeah, make his eyes blink.
I was gonna mess with Joe and make it a rock and put a face on it and call it my pet rock, and then have it light it up.
Yeah.
But that would be cruel. That and I couldn't find the right rock.
Oh man.
Well, that was a fun video. I like potatoes.
So do I.
Yeah, I like seasoned fried French fries are pretty good. I make
If I eat too many, I feel like a potato.
yeah.
Oh,
But did you know that potatoes was back in the medieval times, the French the French king was giving away potatoes to the New France, which is Quebec right now, because potatoes were the cheapest vegetables. They were the cheapest vegetables, so they were feeding the population with potatoes mostly. Because they were cheap, so that's funny.
Its life cycle's really plant it, like it comes out like really fast. Out a lot of things in 1 year for potatoes.
Yeah, it's not a bad thing when you in a recipe, especially for poutine, eh, Mike?
I like
Yeah.
me some French fried taters. Mm-hmm.
I like mine barbecued.
Yeah, with bacon in it.
That sounds
Oh.
good.
Sour cream and chives in it. Oh, no.
Yeah.
We're talking.
hey Mike, I put a video in the private chat. It's up to you whether you want to play it or not. Joe sent it to me earlier, and it has to do with magnets in a cup structure, and how it creates zero field on the inside and then field on the outside. And he shows the little magnetic sheet that goes with it.
Right.
I don't think there's any music in it though.
Yeah, me too, Gerald. That's what I had at the casino 2 days ago.
What, the tree of cheese?
Yeah. With bacon in it.
Nice.
Okay, I can maybe share this. All right, let me share my screen here. Okay, can you guys see my screen?
Uh-huh.
I will show you a very special magnet array. It is a spherical array with a spiral magnet configuration. I will show you later what I mean by that. So first off, let me just explain to you how I built it. As you can see, I have two half spheres here, and all of these spheres are equipped with lots of magnets. I've showed you a similar magnet array in an earlier video before, but what I have done differently this time is, you can probably see these magnets are all arranged in a spiral pattern, meaning if we start with this magnet from the center out here, like this, you see we have one spiral arm, and here the next one. And we have, starting from the inside, a 4 millimeter, 5 millimeter, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11 millimeter disc magnet. So they grow in size as the spiral evolves to the outside. And one spiral arm has one polarity. So this one that I show you with my finger would be north polarity. The next one would be south polarity. And the next one again, north and south and so on. So each of these spiral arms that you see are in alternating polarity arranged. I can show you this quickly under magnetic viewing film, like this, so you can get a better idea. just when I hold it like this, all of these poles are separated by each other, so we get this really beautiful and interesting pattern all around the magnet array. And also on the inside, you can see the same, like this. And if I place it right at the center, you can probably see in the middle, we don't have any magnetic field. And if you have seen my earlier videos where I also showed you bowl-shaped magnet arrays, where all the poles are facing in the same direction, and inside we do have a magnetic field, not with this configuration. So what I'm going to do next is, I will assemble these two bowls. And of course, this one is arranged in the exact same pattern. Only difference with this one, I have here 11mm disc magnets on here. So the sphere is completed. So let me just assemble this off camera. So now I've put these two half sphere together to one complete sphere. And I will now show you with the magnetic viewing film the overall field. As you can see, these spiral arms, they wrap around the entire sphere, and also they come in like this on the other side. And on the center hole, as you can see here probably, there is no magnetic field at all, which is kind of interesting. Also, we have no defined polarity here. So we don't have a north or south pole here. As you can probably see, when I bring the compass to here, it really doesn't know what to do. It just flips and rotates in various directions. But yeah, we don't have a defined polarity in here because, as you can see, we don't have a magnetic field right around here, or a very weak one. Also, as you can probably see, when I just move the field viewer a bit further away, the field doesn't extend very far. And now we get to a very interesting part. I will add two more magnets to the array, just here at the center holes, and this will alter the entire magnetic field of the whole array by a lot. I will do that also off camera and show you the result. So now I added on each of these center holes a 10mm disc magnet here and here. And one is south pole facing outwards, the other one is north pole facing outwards. And as I said before, this alters the entire field of the whole sphere by a lot, by just adding two more magnets. As you can see, when I bring my field viewer closer, like this, we do have a polarity and also a magnetic field right at the center here. And what you can also see, the spirals have changed a lot. So it was in a total 10 spiral arms. But now, as you can see, when we have North Pole here, all the North Pole arms are connected by each other, as you can see, and all the South Pole arms are now separated and don't go right to the center hole. And you can see this if I just rotate it like this. On the other side, it's exactly the same. I will again just rotate the sphere, and you can just follow one of the spiral arms, like for example this one, as I rotate it. Just look how the field has changed overall by just adding two more magnets to the entire sphere. And I will just quickly disassemble it and show you the inside. So again, we have the sphere opened, and now I'll show you with the field viewer what it looks like when I place it on top of here. As you can already see with these white lines and also the colored parts, you can see if I push it in slightly how the field itself twists. And again, if I show it like this, in the center we don't have that much of a magnetic field, but on the corner of the field viewer you can see down here at the bottom where we added the additional magnet. Now there is, of course, some field extending out here. And yeah, on the outside, of course, it looks similar than before as with the whole sphere. And what I'm going to do next is I will add a sphere magnet. This one, I think, is 2 or 3 centimeters, I think 3 centimeters in diameter. This is a large sphere magnet, and it is covered with a 3D printed plastic part. You will see why shortly. So obviously it wouldn't stay in the center by itself, but with these extension parts, I can just insert it into here. As you can see, now I removed one of these magnets accidentally. So I will just assemble the whole thing off camera again and show you the result. So now I added the large sphere magnet to the center. And what I have also done is I left the disc magnets in on this side and removed it here on the other side. So let me just show you what the field looks like now. So viewing it from the side like this, you will see already the field extends way further than before. Still, the spiral arms extend like they did before, and also the field viewed from up top of here looks kind of similar, except for 5 of the spiral arms have this, more of a white lines or are almost white, meaning there is not that much of a magnetic field, while the other 5 arms that are separated from the center here do have quite a strong magnetic field. If you don't know this magnetic viewing film, the darker the color, the stronger the magnetic field, and the lighter the color, the weaker the magnetic field. So yeah, this field viewer indicates the strength of the magnetic field with colors. And this is the side with the disc magnets inserted. So let me view the other side. As you can see, with no disc magnet inserted, it looks kind of different. Again, you can see in these greenish blue colors, these 5-armed spiral here. And if I just tilt it a bit more to the side, you can also see the other polarity side like this. And again, the center sphere magnet was inserted with the polarity regarding the same direction with this disc magnet. So the center sphere magnet and these disc magnets are attracting to each other. Yeah, I think this is a kind of interesting magnet array. Don't ask me what purpose this serves or the applications. I don't know. And if I knew, I probably wouldn't be able to tell you.
Well, this reminds me, I don't know if Gerald is still here, but this reminds me of the spherical coil that Gerald was talking about at some point with longitudinal wires. So that would be very interesting to know about.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, it's cool, but it's confined in space too. And he was also saying that that field doesn't go very far outside the outside of the ball itself.
But that's interesting because that kind of like Dyson sphere arrangement of magnets is the same kind of parabol arrangement that you would need to increase the acoustic levitation effect for small particles.
Right.
So that's something about that shape.
Yeah, definitely interesting.
Yeah, and what they actually do is they spin the frequency from one speaker to the other in a circular pattern. So it's creating a vortex.
Well, a vortex, but it's a static vortex. It's not a dynamic vortex.
Yeah, it's just enough though. Whatever the dynamics of it is, it's just enough to increase the ability to lift a little bit more. You know.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, Gerald is still here, so I don't know, Gerald, if
Yeah, I want to skip by a couple of these names. I'm trying to come up for my power cell. Let's see, a good one here. And I was using ChatGPT to kind of come up with power
The
cell.
energon cubes.
So he came up with one called Nexus, Nanostructured Energy Exchange Utilization Solid State.
C'est long. Là, s'il y avait.
Nexus. That's what the acronym is. Okay, the next one I came up with.
That one is too part of a lot of Nexus. Too common.
Yeah. The next one I came up with was Gemini, Graphite Energy Magnesium Ionic Network Interaction. Just I'm trying to come up with ideas here. So I'm using ChatGPT to come up with some ideas for me.
Yeah, I'll stick to energon cube.
What does it mean, though? What's the meaning of it?
Yeah, the infinite. You call it the infinity cube.
What was another one?
The singularity.
Yeah, ChatGPT gives you some good options. So let's see what else you got.
Here. Here's another one. MagTech, magnesium activated graphite technology for energy conservation harvesting.
MagTech. That's the name?
MagTech. Yeah. Another one was Power Core, performance optimized, energy efficient resource carbon optimized reactant engine. That one's a little bit long too.
Power pack.
Let's see, what's another one here? HART, Hybrid Energy Advanced Research Technology.
That's like neat. That. Yeah, that's neat.
I like that one.
I like HART because the way my cells work is by pulsing it.
Yeah.
The cells.
That's cool. No, that one, put a pin in that one for me at least.
Yeah, I've kind of gravitated around this one here. I'm going to keep working at it. There's a couple other ones that are pretty cool. But I like Hybrid Energy Advanced Research Technology. That's a good one. I'm getting I feel better at using that one. There's another one here. Q Heart. So letter Q, then Heart. Quality, high efficiency, alternative resource technology. Get some other ones here.
I mean, you could have a main and the sub. You can start with you could always have another addition to the name.
Yeah. I think inventing the device was the hard part. Choosing the name is the
harder. I know.
Yeah.
There's another one I got here. Mag Cell, MAG Cell, magnesium activated graphite carbon energy lattice link.
I think including cell in general is just a good smart marketing move because it's such a well-known term and it's associated with all sorts of alternative new forms of energy. So yeah, I could see something cell or whatever working.
It's very diverse. Always incorporate. You have to find also, if you really want to detail it, words where you want to have an extension idea in the future. You leave room for that because it's in the title.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Here's another one. Power Core, performance optimized, energy efficient, resource carbon optimized reactant engine.
It is. It's good. I like it, but I like the heart better. That was my favorite.
Yeah.
If you call it something like over unity battery, it tells everything you need to know.
Well, it says hybrid energy advanced research technology.
But is it for the device or the company you want to?
No, just the device.
Okay.
I was under the impression that it might be smarter to start, marketing devices like this as, like not over Unity, like leave out the over Unity until they gain like a following of consumers,
Yeah,
and then
like
you kind of like mention, oh
like
yeah,
I
by
have
the way,
like everybody could call a battery or a cell, right?
Mhm.
It's so common, but I like to have a name in front of the cell. You know what I mean? Oh,
Right, to emphasize what it's capable of.
right. So it's a hybrid energy advanced research technology, which basically that's exactly what it is, right? It's a hybrid technology. It's advanced research. It's kind of it fits all the peripheral of what it
Cool,
is.
and I want one, Mike.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah, I like it too. That one's going to be in my top 3 for sure.
Like people stop and listen. Like it's not something that just passes by. Like you're like, oh, what's that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's something that will grab your attention when you see it. Heart. What the heck's a heart?
Yeah.
Ben wants to call it the X Factor. It tells you everything. Tells you everything you need to know.
Bill
Is
thinks
it-
I have that je ne sais quoi.
The whole heart.
So, Mike, how do you spell it? HEART?
Yeah, like heart. HEART. Hybrid.
Q heart is cool
energy.
too.
Yeah.
It's
So
the
hybrid-
power cell energy of the future.
Yeah, heart. Hybrid energy advanced research technology.
Hey, I mean, it could be the heart of let's say, whatever you're powering up. That's the heart. I mean, kind of fits.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, you can market
Yeah.
it that way. That's cool. I like that.
Because that's how the cell operates. It's a pulse, right?
I like
So it kind of fits, right?
it. Does. The more you talk, the more it makes sense.
Because you don't draw a direct load off it, right? It's a pulsed energy coming out of it. And that's basically what all of us have been working on. Nathan's stuff, it's all pulsed energy, even what Philip's doing too. To some point, it's pulsed energy as well. All these over Unity systems and free energy systems, they're all based on a pulsed energy method. It's completely opposite of what regular energy is. So, and this power cell is no different. So, just something to think about. I'm working on.
Well, you got slogans here, Mike, in the chat.
Energy hole filter. Impulse.
Or
power cell energy of the future. Heart.
over Unity, or super horsepower, or I don't know.
Yeah, it's not easy coming up with a name for something that's different.
Well, you got to have a slogan with your name, Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, I kind of like to use terms that are easily recognizable, like C++, superset. Then I'm talking about C++ or Acumen, and it's something to aim that is used to aim. So I like to use a word that is, but it depends on people, I guess.
Okay, here's a slogan. You'll have heart, the cell of the future. Everybody needs a heart.
Ah, good one.
There you go.
Huh?
Good one.
See? Turbo hole. Oh God. Turbo hole.
I just wanted to see if you'd read it.
My heart hole? What?
It's the year of the hole.
Oh my god!
Fire in the hole.
Fire the hole. Oh man!
Oh my god, the cell's doing too many oscillations in the hole. Got fire.
Fire in the hole. I like that one.
Yeah. In Counter-Strike, only Faraday Research wins.
Yeah, Counter-Strike. That was the best game ever.
So it would be like Faraday Research has a product that is called HART, right?
Well, we're not using Faraday Research as the company name. We're going to use an LLC.
Okay.
And as far as I know, we might get that set up this year if things go the way we want it to go. But it won't be under Faraday Research. It'll be under a LLC. Yeah. So we got a player cards right with this one. Yeah, I like Heart. I'm gonna keep hammering ChatGPT, see what else it could come up with.
Or you can use you can use words that are you can look at the statistics of the words, the most common words or whatever, you know.
Well, I tell ChatGPT to use the words that describe the power cell, and I add some words like carbon or magnesium. It's not lithium. There's quantum tunneling, stuff like that. I give a description of what I'm looking for, and then it comes up with pretty good ones. I got more lists somewhere else. I'm trying to remember where I put them. But yeah, it's come up with some pretty cool names. See if I can find it. I'll have to find it. I know where I put it. Usually everything's in my notepad. But yeah.
Or mega pack.
What's that?
Mega pack. Mega pack. Like Megadeth, but
Oh, Mega Pack. Megadeth. Mega Hole. Oh, man.
Oh man.
Yeah, who would think that hole is so diverse? You could do so many things with it.
Oh, power blaster.
I was actually looking at buying myself a high-powered microscope because I want to actually start looking at the quantum scale, what my cells are actually doing inside. And I found a really cool one on Amazon. You could actually attach your cell phone to it, and you could take pictures. I believe it's 40 times on the eye, and the optic lenses on the microscope are 2,000, as high as 2,000. So 40 times 2,000. So yeah, we're getting a real nano scale. That'd be really cool to actually start, taking a cell apart, taking a look on the inside, what's actually going on. If I could see some reactions going on, it'd be quite interesting. I'm just going through the chat. Chat's really good tonight. Chat, you're awesome.
so what's your timeline for the device? When are you planning to release
Well, we wanted to get some stuff done before the holiday, but that didn't happen because my partner got sick, and he's still going through his issues right now. And I'm waiting for another part to come in tomorrow, and then hopefully maybe even by tomorrow evening I might be able to start throwing something together. Like the build, the actual build itself is so important. Like it's ridiculously important. because if you don't fabricate the cell properly, it doesn't perform. You'll either lose voltage or you lose current or you lose both. So we're talking like very, very fine measurements, extremely fine measurements to get it right. And if
So
you get it right,
you can't automate the building of the stuff. You need to manually.
yeah, I don't have the resources. I don't have a $50 billion facility. Like some of these companies have multi-billion-dollar facilities for building power, batteries and stuff. Eventually, we would need something like that to actually make our stuff, right to the highest potential. But it's more the science right now that I'm interested in on making it work and do what it does. And if I could get 10 to 20 years life out of a cell, I'd be very, very happy with that, because nobody has got anything like that out in the market right now. Nobody.
Yeah.
Amen to that, brother.
Not even the top laboratories, because all their technology is based on energy storage, right? So eventually your tank is going to run out of fuel, so you have to refill it, so you have to charge the cell. These cells you do not charge. As soon as you get it, that's it. You don't have to do anything to it, no maintenance whatsoever. So that's a big thing, and they'll outlive any battery that's not currently on the consumer market by a long shot. So yeah, it's just kind of went like this, but I took a different direction than the rest of the battery industry. Totally.
And do you follow the industry standards and everything? Like,
I try to keep up to date on latest what's going on out there and what they're doing. But like I said before, everybody's based on energy storage and fast charging,
yeah,
which is fine. You're always going to need battery storage, but if you have a battery that never needs to be charged, and if you disconnect it from a load, it totally regenerates itself within a matter of seconds and has a shelf life of 10 to 20 years. Nobody out there has that. It's not out there because they all wish to go into the battery storage. Mine is like a solid state reactor. It makes power, right? It produces power on demand.
okay.
So yeah, it's just I took a different direction, but it's not gonna last 200 years. I know that. If I could get 10 to 20 years, I'd be very content with that. So, and it's not harmful too. I think the big thing too is all the components that are in it are bio-friendly, or abundant on the planet. As far as like mining and stuff, it's non-toxic materials, which is great because that's what I'm after. It's not, making the cell is one thing, like like a nuclear battery. Okay, well, that thing has a half-life of 14 to 17 years before it dies off, right? But it's a nuclear isotope. It's got radiation on it, but ours doesn't have anything like that. Nothing like it at all. So
It's never gonna explode or anything like that.
No. Well, maybe if you throw it into a fire pit for 5 minutes, yeah, something would probably happen. Everything's going to burn, right?
Yeah.
But in average operational conditions, you're just fine. It's safer than a lead acid battery. Lead acid battery is more dangerous or lithium ion. Because there's no thermal, right?
Yeah.
Lithium puts out a thermal aspect to it.
It's beyond wonderful. you know, like the whole like possibility of how this battery could be applied. Like it's
Well, it's a new approach in every way.
yeah, like you can't beat that. Like years life.
Yeah, I think the real big clincher is on this cell or solid state power device is you don't have to charge it where all other batteries have to get charged at some point. This thing doesn't. So I think that's the real big clincher there is it never needs to be charged. So it's interesting. It's totally different. Like I keep up to date on the latest battery tech, what they're doing. The big thing right now in China is the new sodium battery. And those are making waves. They're a lot safer than lithium ion, that's for sure. And they're putting it in some of their Chinese-built electric vehicles, and they're working really well. Like I'm all for it, you know. Like energy storage, yeah, you'll always need battery storage, but on the method of actually creating power on demand with no external input into the system, that's something else. That's a whole new ball of wax, right? So, what are your plans, Nathan, coming up week?
I'm sorry, say that one more time.
What are your plans coming up this week?
Well, I'm probably going to do another live show, live testing. People seem to enjoy that. So they get to ask the questions they want to ask, and I generally answer as many as I can and then show some experiments, you know what I mean?
Right.
So I might go raid the kitchen cabinets and find out what I can find, because the energy basically goes through everything. So if I open a cup of soup, it would make the soup active. You know what I mean? So it's just interesting for people to see it. So maybe I'll just do that potato thing and hook like 5 of them together and see what it does. I don't know. Just have a little fun. I mean, it's like the holidays, man. So I don't want to do anything super serious.
You gotta put some little like alien antennas on each. Yeah, make them like curly and stuff. You know.
There you go.
And then turn on that Slayer exciter and watch the magic happen.
Oh yeah. I was thinking of putting lemonade out there, but people might confuse it for something else. So I think I'll avoid that one.
Don't fall asleep on us, Philip.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. I have something for you, Phil. I made you a Star Trek character.
All right. Gotta see.
Captain Kirk.
There you go.
Yeah, what is he, Scotty?
Yeah, but what is the blue shirt? Is that an insane?
No, that's the Star Trek shirt that they wore.
Yeah, I know,
No,
but
that's
what's the grade of the blue shirt? It's
it's what is it? Medical one from Discovery.
Oh yeah. So it's I'm a medical officer.
Philip, the ambassador. That's a good one.
Cool.
Oh, that was pretty funny.
Hey, you haven't got
Yeah,
mine yet.
Scotty.
You haven't got a character for me.
Oh yeah, Mike's got a character in there. Oh, that episode was so great.
I have a character. You actually made one for me?
Yeah. Oh, damn. Do you remember the episode?
No, I don't see. I haven't seen mine.
You remember that big coil you had, and I told you what a big hole it was, and then Joe said, "I'll throw hot dogs through it." Right?
Oh, right. Oh man.
Oh,
that's awesome.
Yeah, that was hilarious, man. So yeah, you're in there, Mike.
And me spitting out my pop. That'd be another good one.
That poo steak.
The poo steak. Oh my god, that was great.
Replicator had to come from somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh, Mo.
Here we go. This is what I do here.
What with the schmucks? Yeah. That's the one. Oh, that's so hilarious, man. Admiral Schmuck.
Admiral Schmuck. The Schmucketeers.
Captain Schmuck. Yeah, David Lapointe is that primer field number 3. David Lapointe. Okay, I'll check it out right now.
Oh yeah, he did in between the two of those little cup things. In the center, it has a little ball of energy right there, and it lit it up. It was really cool.
Oh, yeah.
He did it like a vacuum chamber or something.
That was a coil? Was that a coil?
No, it was just those round things. Let me look it up.
Chip something out here. I want to show you. Let's see if I got it here. Looking for a picture of my spark gaps, my vacuum tube spark gaps. My community section's really big now. I got a lot of stuff here. Yeah, channel's really grown. Over 450 videos, probably closer to 500 now. Then all my live stream stuff, probably over 200 shows there in my live stream. If I find something interesting, like video links or whatever, always go to my community section. Sometimes I post some pretty cool stuff and some links. To other
That's saying a link right now, Mike.
Okay.
It's not the DuPont one, but it's pretty cool.
Okay. Just want to see if I can find my spark gap. My vacuum tube spark gap. It's way down. Because I was doing the Don Smith stuff a couple of years back. There we go. Okay, I think I'm right there. Okay, let's all right. Ooh, that's cool. Okay. I'm gonna show my screen here. Can you see that? That's kind of interesting.
It kind of looks like DNA, doesn't it? Like a little bit.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it really does. What kind of a tube is that in the middle?
I don't know. Usually they're like crystal or something, or they just have gas in these things.
Yeah, I wonder if it's the ones that they use for hydroponics. The sodium, what do they call them? Sodium calcium bulb or whatever it is. That's interesting. I like that. Yeah, look how he's changing the frequency on it too. How it's modulating.
Yeah.
Like you could see the wave so clearly.
Yeah, like as he's changing the frequency.
Create the resonance and start blowing off everything he wants.
Now, I wonder if there's a field around that you could capture. Look at that. It's in a static position now. Look at that.
Yeah, double helix going on.
Yeah. That's really
cool.
Interesting. That's interesting. Flash tube. It's in a flash tube. That's what they call it. Yeah, Xeon flash tube.
That's cool.
Now that would be interesting. Put it right in the middle of your Tesla coil where you put the rod in.
Mm.
We're going to put this down inside there.
Yeah, I couldn't find them that skinny. You know what I mean? Or else I would. I got to figure out where he gets those.
Yeah, you'd have to source them out.
Even the color.
Yeah, the colors are really cool. Well, that one's Xeon. It's a Xeon flash tube, they call it. Guys, I'm just going to scoot out for a quick smoke. And when I get back, I want to show you. Actually, before we do that, what the heck?
Yeah, can you just gonna share my screen one sec?
Yeah, hold on one sec. I just want to show everybody my. See, that's when I was getting the cold electricity coming through my.
That's cool. It's blue.
Yeah, it's a blue. Now, when I was getting a lot of current getting through it, it was a different picture. It was like reddish orange in color, very hot, a lot of current, and I was lighting up 100-watt light bulbs with it.
Well, what's cool about it is the blue, my Tesla coil, that one wire puts off blue, just same thing like that in cold, when it's in a cold area.
Right. There's another one.
Man, that's cool.
Yeah, those and you can really see all the plasma right where there's a gap on either side. Yeah, that's one of my cooler ones. So let's see what's it got here. Yeah, that's one of my oldest posts I had on there. Yeah. Anyways, I'm just going to scoot out for a quick smoke. You guys just carry on. I'll be right back.
Yeah, that was really cool, man. The blue.
Yeah.
You don't see too many in blue.
Do you have control of the screen? Can I show something?
I don't have any control.
Ah, shit. Yeah, I just want to show the primary fields part 3.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's the one from LaPont? Is that his name?
Yeah, La Pointe.
Okay, LaPointe. Okay. Yeah, that one's cool, man. That one I
Yeah,
like.
but what is it? Yeah, I saw the beginning, but it's like you have two anodes and you have an energy ball in the middle.
Well, remember those two little cups we looked at earlier with the magnets in them?
Yeah.
It's the same thing, just about one on top, one on bottom, and in the middle, it pulls a ball of energy in it.
Okay. And that's
So-
electricity or plasma?
I think it's plasma.
Okay.
I think it's all vacuum chamber plasma.
It looked
cool.
like
I'm sorry, say that again, Lulu?
it looked like it's it's plasma, like
Yeah.
trapped in the structure. Yeah.
So if it's plasma, then you can. I mean, plasma it's ionized gas, so. But is it in vacuum or?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Interesting. So you could. But what can you do with it? How can you harness it?
I have no idea. It's just something that looked pretty.
Yeah.
I didn't see anything to harness there. It was just something that looked cool.
Yeah.
You know, the more I keep on thinking about like the drones and the orbs that they're seeing, and the more we connect ideas with this, I mean, what if they're creating this, but up there, you know, just as an illusion of orbs in the sky? I mean, the more like I think about it, like it just makes sense that if collide two different frequencies in a section of atmospheric, unit, that yeah, you could possibly trap energy and make it look like a plasma. If you cross two energy beams, it, like, like hot and cold creates lightning, right?
You cross two energy beams like in Ghostbusters.
No, like if you cross two different lasers, you could create a plasma. And so it just, like is
But then that's what it does. You cross two lasers, it's gonna create ionized gas at the cross section,
yeah. And so
which
it just
could be plasma.
feels like it can't be alien because science could explain it. If science could explain it, then it's not alien. It's like it becomes alien when science cannot explain it.
Yeah,
Yeah. But
yeah. But for me, for me, we can explain everything. So
yeah.
nothing's even if they're aliens. I kind of understand the idea of their technology. There's not. Yeah, I understand how far away the mainstream science is from knowing the aliens technology. Um, the space time curvature nonsense.
It's not aliens. It's some probably did high tech, security company that like told them, hey, like if you give us the contract, we'll, like, scan the whole population for you, and but just keep it hush hush, and that's all. And that's why nobody's given an order to bring anything down. There has to be a purpose why, like the government's not initiating, like, bring these drones down. You get it? Like,
Yeah.
they're in agreement on this, and it's not alien. Like if it was alien, like, not.
Well, no, it's not alien. I just wonder if they had the device on the plane. So I didn't see anything else in the sky, and that kind of tech, you might have to have it on the plane.
Yeah, but that's the thing. That's the thing. If there's an incoming body, or either illegal alien or illegal drone or illegal orb, how can you tell that the illegal alien is not doesn't have mental problems, or you can't tell, so you have to assume for the worst. So same thing with the drones. How can we tell that the drones are not nuclear? So we have to assume for the worst. And they keep saying the drones are safe, but how do they know? They can't tell. Nuclear bombs these days can be miniaturized, like in a little wallet or something like that. So and so I think, I think you're right, Lulu, that they know what they're doing.
You got that video there you want to show us, Phil?
Well, that was the primer fields part 3 here.
Okay.
So that's some sort of plasma ball in between two anodes or cathodes.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just want to show what we're talking about here.
It's pretty interesting. Trying to see if I got any other interesting plasma. Oh, I want to show you a schematic here. Norman Wutan. I correspond with him every now and then on the EV Gray board. His MRA device, he tried to get a patent on back in the day. he had it tested at Georgia Tech, MIT, a few other big universities, and it was showing over unity effects. So can you see the schematic there?
Yeah.
So you got this signal generator right here. If you guys can see my cursor, and then it goes to the barium titanate piezo transducer, and then it went to a crudely made transformer with a barium ferrite magnet, as the core, 150 turns, and then put it to a full weight bridge and then out to a load. So this thing was getting at Georgia Tech. It was showing a COP of 40 over, and it was very consistent. Now he was using a pure sine wave output, square wave. Now, if you put in a square wave, it would not approach unity. So when he used a sine wave, it went over unity. So right around that time, that's when I started dabbling with the transducers, the barium titanate, and that's when I made my discovery with the the renegade of that device. I actually built his MRA device.
Hold on. Can you go back up, Mike? I want to see those crystals you had there. That looks really interesting.
Yeah.
Right there.
So what I was doing, I was vibrating. I'm trying to remember the hertz level I was using. It was quite high. I had calcite crystals and the smaller crystals sitting right on top of the transducers. When I got it to the right frequency with those crystals on it, I was getting anti-gravity effects. They started moving across the table. I actually had to tape it down and hold it in place, and also use this big piece here to actually hold them from moving around.
So they generate like energy potentials?
Yeah, some kind of anti-gravity effect. They wouldn't stay on the table.
So hold on, Mike. The frequency that you put into them, was it just a pulse DC from your generator or sine wave?
Yeah, I was using a pulse wave from my my signal generator, and it was about 40 kilocycles. As soon as I hit 40 kilocycles, these things start dancing.
So 40 kilohertz?
Yeah, 40 kilohertz.
Okay.
They start to dance, especially with the crystals on them.
Okay.
Can you replicate the anti-gravity?
I'm going to try that.
Yeah, these things start to dance, especially when I put these lattice structured quartz crystals on top of the transducer. They started amplifying that waveform, and it started making it vibrate so much they just started dancing across the table. I had to anchor them down. They wouldn't stay in one spot. And then I also have barium ferrite magnets here, which also enhanced the effect because I had a magnetic field present.
So hold on, the ferrite magnets enhance the effect?
Yeah.
Yeah, because of the relative permeability.
Yeah. So putting these, I had about 5 of them with the quartz crystal lattices here, and they're cut pretty good. They're not perfectly cut, but they're decent. And as soon as I got up to the 40 kilohertz, they started dancing on the table. So, and the magnetic field in the area too, it also helped. My EM meter was going off the friggin' Richter scale. It was going crazy.
The crystal's mass didn't matter with the energy. It had to be above no matter how big the thing was or how small.
Yeah, the whole thing just started shaking.
Okay.
So you're
Those
getting
are all the same
closer.
material. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead, Ben.
I was gonna say those are all the same material.
Yeah, yeah. These big ones here, these ones are calcite crystal. They're softer. These ones are carbon crystals. Some of them have carbon inside them. I think this one's got carbon in it. This one's got carbon in it. You can see the blackness inside. Yeah, I got some really interesting effects with this.
And
Well,
go ahead, Nathan.
I was just going to say, he's closer to the Hutchinson effect than
Yeah,
the Martin Fleischmann project was when they did it. They're
Yeah.
way closer.
yeah. See, when I
Interesting.
did this, the Hutchison effect, the one where he was sitting on the floor and he had that little stuffy in there and he had those elements just dancing around. Well, that's exactly what was happening with this.
That's so cool. Wow.
Now, I also had a magnetic field, so I got the barium ferrite magnets present. And if you can see, I also have my plasma ball. I also enhanced that space with energy.
Mm.
So all that together, I think I made kind of a mini Hutchison effect right there. I did that about 2.5 years ago.
And what type of crystals are they?
Quartz, these are quartz. The big ones here are calcite crystal. And these ones here are regular crystal, but they have a touch of carbon inside the lattice structure. They had a higher carbon content. But yeah, these things were dancing.
Cool.
And it wasn't like it was out of control. It was a really steady vibration, and they just lost the friction with the table. They just started to move, right?
Oh, I see. They floated on the table.
Yeah, like the crystals stayed on top of the transducers. They didn't fall off.
Yeah.
So Wally says calcite has 40 times piezo potential of quartz.
Yeah.
Interesting. Thank you, Wally.
Yeah. Let's see if I got it.
I got a big rock of calcite outside and a thing of quartz. I'm going to have to try this.
Yeah, this
the
is cool.
transducers, yeah, they really make some interesting effects. Like builds.
Well, I know how to test for the amplification frequency. So if we get it, we can hit the button at the same time and see if we can't get them to jump.
Yeah, I don't think they'll jump. They'll start vibrating around. Like they'll just seem like they're floating on the table. They don't want to stay in one spot. That was some of the sine waves I was getting out of my Renegade.
Nice. You only amplified on one side of that, Mike? On your Renegade? Go back down to the picture. It looks like your top half is amplified while your bottom isn't.
Yeah, it's amplified. It's let's see, hitting 768 volts.
Yeah, we'll go up a little bit. Let me see the wave.
It's
Yeah, you're amplified on the top half, not the bottom.
Yeah.
So your piezo's is just slightly off. You can get a higher output.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of many tests I did. There's a little closer look at. That's the proximity sensor that I use for my pulse motors. Made all sizes, shapes. That's my Oregon generator, Oregon accumulator box. Interesting electrostatic effects with that too.
Love the plasma ball, by the way.
Yeah, that's a nice one. I was doing that close to my Renegade device, smaller version of it. Then I put a ring magnet in the center of the wheel and spun it.
What kind of battery is that? It's got a green case. It's nice.
Oh, this one, the lithium iron phosphate battery. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
those are good batteries.
Oh, I like the case and design. Yeah, that's nice. I need to get something like that.
Yeah, I was charging up supercap banks.
So what capacity are those capacitors? Like what value are they?
Okay, the big one here is 16 volts at 500 farad.
500 farad. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, they're fat boys. They're the fatties.
Those are good.
Well, they're big boys now.
To some of my engineering on the Fusion 360. Oh, I got the link here for John Serjanka, the Energy from the Vacuum series. I recommend everybody.
Oh,
see this here.
nice. Yeah, I'll check it out. Organite cell.
Here, I'll,
That's funny.
Put it in the chat. That's a good one to watch. John Serjanka.
Yeah, I was just rewatching some of the testimony that Dr. Greer has available on Serious Disclosure. Some good stuff on there.
Yeah.
And this is the original Energy from the Vacuum series,
Yeah.
or is this like a different?
No, that's the original one.
In full, or is it like broken up, or?
No, that's the full. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
wow.
the full. Copy. I got the one on Floyd Sweet. I'm going to post that one as well. So I've been doing a little bit of research on Gabriel Crone. So Sparky Sweet worked with Gabriel Crone.
Yeah, you mentioned that last time. That was very interesting factoid and kind of telling.
Right. So
How he knew that.
what I believe that Sparky we created in that box, his box was actually an electret, and even Bedini mentions that in the video. That's what his conclusions were. It was a form of some kind of electret.
For people who don't know, could we just briefly go over what is an electret?
It's an electrostatic condenser, I guess you could call it.
And that group of people includes myself. So it's an electrostatic condenser?
Yeah, it's like electrostatic capacitor that doesn't have any metal plates, where a capacitor has electrostatic field within it.
That's right. You said it has something to do with static electricity, I think.
It's a static,
It's a static field.
Right. Now, an electret, what you do is you melt it down. You use polyethylene plastic, and what you melt it into a liquid, and you pour it into a mold. And as it's drying, you hit it with 20, 30, 50,000 volts, whatever you want, and do that until it thoroughly dries. And after it dries, with all that electrostatic energy being pumped into it, it holds that charge now. So it sucks it up and holds it. And that's how you make an electret. The plasma channel guy did a really good build on the electret. Here's another video on Sparky Sweet. Put that into the chat as well. That's the full video. Yeah, I got some good links there, but the Floyd Sweet one's interesting. Because in the end, John Bedini was saying, who was Sparky Sweet? Was it really him? He was kind of doubting who he was. There's another good one here, the cold heat engine. That's another great link. It's the cold heat engine that they made back in the mid 1940s or 50s, I should say, in Toronto. That was
What was the name of the generator when they did the Cormier or Cormier?
Oh, but the Floyd Sweet device or this one?
I can't remember the one. It's a German device that he was reverse engineering.
Who, Floyd Sweet?
It starts with a K. That's all I know. Something like that.
Oh, you're talking about the Don Smith device.
No, let me look it up. Let me see what it is.
So I got some good videos here. Yeah, that's about it for mine. Yeah, the cold heat engine was a really good story about that one. That was another great invention that basically got shoved into the hole. That one, that cold heat engine was discovered totally by accident. Ian Toss was one of the engineers. These guys were all German, all British guys. They worked in conjunction with Avro, DesignX. DesignX was kind of a front company for the technology they were doing for Avro. And Avro was working on the Avro car, which Townsend Brown had a big part in for the propulsion system. And everything got loaded onto an airplane and all shipped off back to the U.S.
It was never seen or heard from ever again.
Well, they got the Avro car in one museum. I'm not sure. I think it's the one in Texas might have it. I forget.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the Avro car. Yeah. But that facility is actually not too far from where I live. It's just outside of Pearson International Airport.
I have to go check on my 3D print. I had to start it over. I'm printing the new cases for your guys' Lightning Thieves with the new plastic, and it stopped for some reason. It got clogged or something. So I'm going to go check on it. I'll be right back.
Yep. Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff there. Yeah, the cold heat engine, that always intrigued me as well. And the thing was, when that thing started up, sometimes it would take a whole day for it to actually start up on its own. As soon as it got started, that was it. You didn't have to shut it off. It stayed on forever. It would never, it's totally self-powered. William Doyle, I think, still alive. He lives in Toronto. His dad was the financier company for DesignX. You might hear him in like the UFO stuff and the free energy. William Doyle.
What happened now? The free energy and UFO stuff did what now?
Well, William Doyle, his name might pop up, every now and then when you hear about this stuff. Because William Doyle's father was a big financer for these companies that were working on this tech. So, and he has the plans to that cold heat engine.
Nice.
Is where it is. And he doesn't live that far from where I am, but the thing is, to track him down might be pretty hard.
What's so special about the Stanley Meyer hydrogen carburetor?
All those Stanley Myers.
Yeah.
That wasn't even Stanley Meyer's water engine, he made the water car, right? That wasn't his big invention. His big invention was the power coil.
Yeah, the toroid. Yeah. But he basically did the electrolysis by combining some of the elements of some of the other devices we've known to work, like with ultraviolet radiation,
Yeah.
ionizing the air to precondition it for bubble cavitation and then resonating the tubes. So
Yeah.
it's, we have all the elements there that we've been playing with.
Yeah. See, the problem was with his engine had to be modified greatly to work. Where, what's his name? Dr. Brown, he was an ex military guy. He worked in black projects, and when he got out, he designed this retrofit that went on to the air intake. So he was the guy who built the original thunderstorm generator.
Yeah, that the guy in the Greer documentary who was talking about
Yep.
Thunderstorm in a bottle. Yeah.
Yep, that's him.
And then we also have the Pogue carburetor, which I don't know if that's similar or whatnot, but that basically vaporizes the fuel, right, into very, very micro particles.
Right.
I don't think that might not be the same thing that we're talking about here. Huh?
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, that's similar to what Walt Jenkins was working on. And by the way, I just found out Walt Jenkins passed away.
Oh, wow.
Another one. Yeah, he passed away not long ago. This year, I believe he passed away.
These guys are, we're losing them. So we have to carry on the legacy.
Yeah, these guys are dying off now.
They know too much or what?
Well, Walt Jenkins, yeah, he was threatened quite a bit, and he was under quite a bit of suppression. He made a device actually better than the Stanley Meyer device. I actually have a copy of his patent. He was able to actually get.
We're going to have to up our game and start going to conventions and show it off.
Yeah, see, the problem is most of the conventions are in the U.S., right? We have very few here. I know the Pogue engine you were talking about, Ben, that was a Canadian guy who invented that. Yeah, the Pogue engine carburetor.
Oh, wow, that's cool. Well, I always said, go Canada. If things screw up here, I'm going there, baby.
Hey, you might not have to. You might not even need a passport because we're going to be that 51st state.
Yeah.
Touche.
It looks like Trump's inviting us in.
Hey,
Well,
I welcome Canada. Yeah, I welcome my Canadian brothers.
My taxes are going to finally drop for sure.
Yeah, 61%.
He's going to buy Canada for $5 actually.
$5 US.
Phil, you're hilarious. He's always saying some funny shit that makes me crack up. Like earlier, you're like, well, what if the aliens are mental? I was laughing so hard. Like, what if they are mental? Nobody thinks of these things.
Well, we know our governments are mental.
Yeah. Oh man, Phil, you're hilarious, man. I love you.
I'm waiting to see Trudeau in a dress, man. For all he's talking,
He's
la la.
Did you see the dress? He's dressed like Pee Wee Herman. That's funny, man.
Yeah, he is Pee Wee
Oh
Herman.
man.
The downfall of Canada. Oh my god.
There was some pride 20 years ago, but not anymore.
Oh god, he destroyed it.
But that's the thing. Well, why do you want to? There's some pride to fight for your country to a certain point. To a certain point that idiots like Trudeau are leading the country. So you just want to get away. You don't want to fight for that country anymore.
Yeah.
Soldiers don't fight for a particular government. They fight for the people. So, like, it doesn't matter who's in the, politics. When soldiers fight, they fight for, their families, the people. It's not like who's in office,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just
No, you're right. That's what I was told at some point.
That's a very good point, Lulu. That's a very good point.
That's what I was told. I asked some military why do you want to fight for Joe Biden or something like that, and he said you don't fight for the president, you fight for the people or the country itself.
Yeah, we got Trudeau Castro.
Yeah, Trudeau
Castro.
Castro.
Does that mean we're going to have to learn some French?
Well, it's either that or Spanish. So French is easier.
We'll take over Mexico too.
Yeah. Well, if you go
Might
in
as
San
well.
Diego,
Let's just pick them all up on the way.
Yeah.
If you go in San Diego, everybody knows Spanish over there.
Yeah. Mexico will be the 52nd state.
Yeah. The cartels are gonna get in finally.
Oh man, can you imagine the culture clash going on there? If you've been to Mexico and then you go to Canada, it's like two polar opposites.
Yeah, the Truman Show.
Yeah. Oh man, that'd be great. Like you guys would like outnumber us. So the next president would have to be either Canadian or Mexican because the US can't agree on anything.
You would like want to beat somebody up and you forgot who.
Yeah. Oh man. It's so bad.
Maybe
have a rule.
Maybe the salary of hockey players is gonna rise up finally, Mike.
Yeah.
They're so underpaid right now.
We'll be making US dollars.
Yeah. They're
Take
so
advantage
underpaid
of that
right now.
exchange rate. Our dollar right now is friggin' tanking.
Well, you're going to have to incorporate the peso, so get ready for a culture change.
Oh,
You know, the thing is, the Canadian dollars is tanking.
Oh,
We're
wow.
taxed to that, and the ticket prices are for the planes are so expensive because of the inflation. So
Yeah.
we cannot get out of here. We're stuck.
Oh, God. Oh man, you're right. It's
We're
a
stuck in
nightmare.
the toilet. We cannot get out.
Oh my God.
We gotta save Phil.
Yeah. Hop on the boat.
Run.
Well, the good side, Ben, is you may get some free bad health care.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't know how bad it is, but as long as it's free, it's better than what I got now, which is none.
Well, I wouldn't say it's bad. You might have to wait a few hours,
That's better than here. I've waited 3 months for my doctor's visit, and I had health care.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, that's the difference between privatized healthcare and government-run healthcare.
But in Ontario, the health system is pretty damn good. Every time when I was in London, I would wait the maximum 15 minutes. I would get treated and get out of the hospital after half an hour at most.
But depending on what it is, you must have been on a good day.
What France has is interesting for their healthcare. They have private healthcare that's publicly funded. So it's not that like they got rid of the private entities that are running the healthcare. They just publicly fund those private entities. So it's a different kind of system. There's all sorts of ways that you can run healthcare that people aren't aware of.
I'm just surprised that the U.S., with the population that it hasn't been able to establish a secured health system.
It's unfortunate, but I know it's possible.
Are you saying Obamacare doesn't work?
No, I mean, it didn't go far enough. Yeah, as much as I hate to say it, it didn't go far enough. It didn't do what it was supposed to do. So,
well, it was only meant for people that could afford it. The rich can afford it. It was,
to be honest, Obamacare was Mitt Romney's original proposal. It was Romney Care that he just repackaged. And it was kind of like a response, like, we don't want healthcare universal on the table because our donors wouldn't accept that. So we're going to give you this Romney Care proposal and repackage it as a democratic Obamacare. That's basically what happened.
Well, if John McCain didn't stand in the way, we wouldn't have it at all.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, to be honest, it's better than not having anything, but it's not a solution.
Not when you get
by
the
any
fine
means.
at the end of the year.
Yeah, it causes a lot of problems, to be honest. It does. And
But
I hate
I
to
think,
say it, but it's not the
uh,
solution that I want.
I think
Problem
again,
care.
I think the cool thing about Ontario, well, Ottawa especially, they have virtual appointments you can take. So if you have like
Yeah.
basic things like renewing your pills, your prescription, you can take virtual appointment, and so that clears out like 30% of the
Backlog. Yeah, the
you know
backlog.
the people going to a clinic. So same thing with no it's not a surgery. You don't need a surgery most of the time. You just go there to renew your pills. So I think there needs to be multiple types of health assistance and having virtual appointment system, things like that. So because you don't
Yeah, it would
you,
help alleviate, some of the waiting
yeah,
concerns and all
exactly.
that.
That's my point. So you
Yeah.
don't need to
We,
pay
yeah,
like
we have telemed here. I mean, there are like they authorized, as a doctor could bill for the visit. The insurance will pay for an over the phone visit because that came into effect when the pandemic happened.
Yeah, I
Because
had a couple of those. Those are awesome. I didn't
yeah,
have to wait nowhere.
Very convenient, right?
Yeah, it was nice.
so you could still do that kind of for refills for just things that are no changes, just like just whatever you need to be maintained on regularly.
Right.
Yeah, if there's not it's not the new issue, then yeah, those are wonderful. you know
Hmm.
yeah, I mean those are here in Texas.
that's cool.
Yeah.
I know my doctor's office doesn't offer anything like that. In fact, I delivered a delivery to my doctor's office just today, and they didn't even tip me. So they're no longer my doctor.
They don't
be
tip a
honest-
doctor's office.
No, to be honest, I was thinking about getting rid of that doctor for a while and going with more of like a holistic doctor. He was very not open to some of the things that we are accepting of. Let's just put it that way.
Mm. Hey, you're going to have to learn the DEI national anthem there in Canada. They sing it before the football game. I think that's when everybody gets their nachos, but they still do it. The beer cart is always full at that time. Oh man, that's so good.
Wait, is football like American football? Is it football like soccer over there?
No, they have the CFL, Canadian Football League.
Yeah,
Yeah,
CFL.
Yeah.
It's like instead of four plays, it's 3 plays, and the 3 plays per per round, and the field is bigger. I think, is that it?
I think so too. Yeah.
I think so, yeah. Well, you guys don't play soccer up there in the north, do you?
Yeah.
No.
You
Well,
guys
we
do?
play, but nobody cares.
Oh, you do. You freeze your balls up there.
Yeah, really. Eh? No pun intended.
Phil's got me cracking up tonight, man.
Balls.
Oh yeah.
It's like, why don't you guys come to Montreal right now, because the dollar, the Canadian dollar, is so low that you can buy everything cheaper. But you'll change your mind once you get here at -20. Don't worry about that. You'll buy your stuff and get out of here very quickly, as fast as you came in.
Yeah, no thank you.
Okay, Phil, I'm working on a way to build the coils into my winter coat. So
On your chest, you're gonna look like Superman with the power, like a power heart on your chest.
I'll tell you this much: it'll either work or I'll spontaneously combust.
Gonna burn your boys is what you're gonna do.
Burn your boys.
There's only one way to know. Try
Then,
it out.
then it'll be the hot dog stand over there.
Oh god.
I'll bring my marshmallow.
Everything will be smelling like burnt wieners.
I
I'll
burnt
bring
my
my
whole.
marshmallow.
I burnt my
Yeah,
bones.
Marshmallows on the coil. That's a good idea.
Yeah. No, I had an idea of having a cooking a grill attachment for the coil. Once I get the heating induction working, it's gonna be awesome. Yeah.
You're gonna make a hot dog ring for it.
I don't know. Maybe.
Oh my god. He's gonna have a coil jock strap. He's gonna wear. They're gonna stop him at the airport.
Like the spandex that you see Superman wear with just a coil where the crotch is.
They keep telling them it's high on wind, but they're still not believing it.
That's not ozone, baby.
Hey, don't hit your wiener on the table. It might break.
Oh wow.
Every
Man,
once in
it-
a while, I still see the Oscar Mayer Wiener vehicle roll around.
Wiener. I haven't seen that in years.
Oh my god. I am so gonna put some wires in some wieners and light them up.
Wires
I have to now.
Dude, I could just see the hot dog just exploding, the whole top popping off.
Put your hood over your head. I am Cornholio.
I mean,
Awesome.
all my good Are you
Oh, wow.
threatening me?
Oh, I don't think there's enough moisture in nuts to do it. They
Oh,
kind of dry.
Hey Ben, I want to show you my nuts.
Oh God!
He likes the salty ones.
I like the salty nuts.
Oh, you don't
So
have
good.
to shake them. No, you don't have to touch them. I think the visual was just enough. Oh, he's putting them in his mouth.
And they're crunchy too.
Oh wow.
I literally had a bag of nuts I was munching on earlier.
See?
I gotta start
Salty
eating healthier, man. I eat a lot of sugar.
nuts.
Oh man.
nuts are
You eat
good.
some nuts, it's gonna cancel. It's gonna neutralize the sugar.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
maybe I won't be so damn hyper.
Oh my god.
These are good nuts.
You guys are nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, go figure.
Don't tell the squirrels that live in my backyard about those nuts, man. They parkour. They're buff as hell. They
They'll get
parkour all day.
angry.
They just
The revenge of the revenge of the killer squirrel.
yeah.
Yeah.
They don't screw around, man. If you don't have nuts, they get pissed.
Yeah. Yeah, we got a few of them around here that beg us for nuts all the time.
Oh yeah, I feed them. They're cute. I mean, I haven't actually seen them that much lately because they've been starting to hibernate. But
Not the ones here, man. They come begging for nuts every day. I go out there, they're looking for it.
oh yeah, either they hibernate or they migrate. I forget. But yours are you guys have winter squirrels that stay around all year round?
Yeah. Yeah, ours stay around all year round. They have their burrow, right? So they sleep underground. But they come out pretty much almost every day. If the weather's really, really cold, you might not see them too much, but
I saw a bunny actually the other day in the snow. A bunny in my mother's backyard.
yeah, we have a lot of rabbits here. They're everywhere.
How about deer? How about deer?
No, not deer. We're too far south.
Oh dear. Any penguin?
No,
Wild penguin?
too far south.
The Antarctic.
we got a migration of a wild penguin over here, guys.
Yeah, me and my brother talk.
Hey, I used to build igloos when I was a kid in the snow. That was fun.
I've never really built one. No,
They're
never tried.
surprisingly warm. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
you get in them and you're kind of surprised. You're like, wow, this is almost
as soon as
nice.
As soon as it blocks the wind, you
And
can
the
actually
heat-
have a fire inside. You can have a fire inside, put a hole at the top.
Oh, to vent the heat so it doesn't melt it. Yeah.
That's right. And then you could actually have a very warm shelter.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I've always been impressed of anybody who can survive in those harsh conditions, including you Canadians. So
Yeah.
my hat tips to you.
Now you know every time we go in the south, we sweat like icemen.
Dogs. I like the heat. I prefer the heat over the cold.
His
Especially
Highness has a friend who is. I'm sorry?
Go ahead.
I was going to say His Highness has a friend who was born in an igloo. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I can say that.
So how are you nuts, Mike?
Oh, they're great. They're just fine. Salty, but good.
Yeah.
Well, I could tell you I'm nuts about the Renegade, and I can't wait for your power cell to come out as well.
Yeah, that's what's going to power
Do
it.
you have any kind of estimate on when that's going to hit the market?
Oh, God. If we hit the right channels, I'm hoping within the next year.
That's awesome. That's so cool.
Are you looking for? I'm not gonna ask these questions. Forget it.
Yeah, well, I'll have to talk about that offline.
Yeah.
Well, if you decide to sell any merch, let me know because I'll buy a T-shirt.
Yeah. T-shirt with a penguin on it.
like a gangster penguin, like a renegade penguin. A monster
geez.
penguin.
With a sack of nuts in his hand.
Oh man.
You almost made me spit my coffee. That's twice now. I got jeez.
Oh, wow.
We need to get you up.
Remember Inspector Gadget with the little copters coming out?
Oh
of his
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
mouth? A penguin with a little copter.
Yeah.
That would be so cool to have one of those. Dangerous, but cool.
I could see you using that, Ben.
So
I
we'll do
love
a,
that show. Yeah.
You go across the border. You know, if you go across the border and the
Star
customs
Trek,
stop
the
you.
search for salty nuts. I like that. That's a good one. That's a good one. I like that. Star Trek, the search for salty nuts.
Captain Spock and search for salty nuts.
Salty Klingons.
you watch, it'll show up on my channel soon enough.
And giant fat pigeons, Wally said. I don't know. Like, you guys ever see any like fat squirrels? Like squirrels that are like pretty heavy?
Oh yeah, yeah. They're
Sometimes.
pretty well fed. They're pretty well fed around here.
You guys never seen that squirrel channel on YouTube where they go in little adventures and they go in these little mazes he puts up?
No. Send me the link. I'll be down for watching that.
Oh, yeah.
That sounds awesome.
That's like his whole channel.
You should rename the League of Extraordinary Inventors for Friday Night Live.
Friday.
That's a good one.
I feed a squirrel like in high school. Outside we had like bench squirrel. I kept on feeding it. Like it was so skinny, and then it became like really plumpy. Yeah, and then
That's all. Well, if it has to hibernate, you did a job for him.
No, it like it would seek me out from everybody else, and it'll just come and want to eat whatever I have.
It's just weird because the squirrels out here are like they're not like normal. They got big muscles and they're intimidating. Like they scare me.
Yeah,
they squeeze me for nuts.
They can get angry sometimes.
Yeah. No,
There you go, Ben.
This squirrel was bent over, right? And he's looking at me with his back exposed, and the muscles on his back are just poking out like this some angry squirrel wrestler. Oh my god, it was. And then you see him take the nuts and then run up the tree and then go from tree to tree like he's some crazy maniac. Like, well, no wonder why he's so buff. He's doing that all day, and then sometimes he chases around this female who doesn't want anything to do with him. He's like, I'm gonna get you, and then he's chasing her around the tree like for an hour.
Oh my god. So I put the link in the private chat for you, Ben, for the squirrels and his channel.
Oh, thank you.
The little mazes, they're so interesting when they go through, and then they have this big thing at the end where they get a big safe full of nuts.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
Oh, dude, you'll have a blast watching that.
Squirrels are so cool. I don't care. Squirrels are cool.
It's safer to eat your lunch by watching that than it is to watch any Star Trek episode I do.
Yeah, we might have to start watching your Star Trek episodes with wetsuits. We'll be spitting out our.
Oh yeah, have a contest who can hold it in the longest. Let me make a couple videos in a row, and you have to have like something in your mouth, like soda or something.
Yeah, have something in your mouth and try to watch the episode.
We'll give everybody milk. How about that? Oh, that'd be so great. Then I don't think you would last very long.
No, I would probably not.
Oh,
I might even make myself laugh.
We'll let Joe do all the commentary on it, so we'll all be screwed. Because you know it's not going to stop. Oh man, that's so funny.
Well, we're coming up to the end here. Anybody have anything else they want to share? Or?
Tomorrow, 10 a.m. California time, probably 1 o'clock East Coast. We're going to do light body. Yeah. So we're going to be talking about that with Joe in the morning. So
last time you didn't say East Coast, you said Canadian time. So it's like 10 a.m. Pacific AM.
Well, see, Canadian's a big place. So, like, if I talk about where Gerald is, it's 2 hour difference, right? Yeah. So it'd be around noon. But then I think where Mike is, it'd be a 3 hour difference. So, it'd be 1 o'clock. So I'll throw that out there, I guess.
Yeah, we gotta have like a watch for every one of you guys in the different time zones, so we can like sit there and determine where.
Just put your name on the clock.
You know how like some of those newsrooms have like the different clocks for the different cities, so they can keep track. I have one Mike, one Phil.
Yeah. Well, you're in the same time zone I'm in, Ben.
Yeah, so we outnumber
I'd probably still put you up there.
East Coast outnumbers right now.
But yeah, we're in the Eastern Standard Time then.
Yeah.
And I think you're into Pacific, Nathan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Pacific.
Yeah, me and Joe are going to do light body, and then Gerald's going to stop by and just kick it off, and then you guys are welcome to join us as well. It's going to be fun, man. It's an area that's not my expertise by any means, so I'm just kind of gonna click through for everybody.
Start a barbecue with your coils?
No, I'm gonna do that too. You wait, I'll send out the videos. If that thing explodes, man, I'm gonna be like Ben and just jump up and down and scream. See if I can get the high pitched Ben scream.
If not, I can send you one. You can play it in your video.
I'll wait to play it for Ben so I can record it. There you go.
Oh, that's fun.
Oh,
man, these nuts sounds good, huh?
Oh, these nuts are great. I'm just enjoying these things.
So unfair eating the salty nuts in front of us.
I eat one, I can't stop.
Yeah.
All right,
Oh,
guys.
man.
I'd like to thank our live chat tonight. Chat was great. We'll do our next
Oh,
live
yeah.
show again next Friday night at 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Pacific. And don't forget to tune in to Nathan's channel tomorrow, 1 o'clock Eastern, 10 o'clock Pacific. And we'll see everybody then. Take care,
Thanks, man.
guys.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
See you next year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take care.
Happy New Year's.